Hopefully I have the mic a lot closer to my face. People have been telling me that my voice is a lot lower than the game volume. Guys, so I'm going to be starting the Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor from the very beginning. I be on right now, but I will post to YouTube, and I'm going to probably play through the entire game, especially if you guys want me to. So let's get started. I'm going to try and keep these live streams down to 30-ish, maybe 40 minutes or so. You guys are awesome. I love every single one of you guys, and hopefully you guys stick around and you enjoy what you see. So as you guys know, I'm still getting used to this thing. It might be a little wonky at times. I might need a little time to adjust, but I am going to go ahead and start from the beginning, as I said. Hopefully this will be easy to... Okay, so I'm going to delete this one and go ahead and start from the beginning. So what's going on, Jack? What's going on, Kai, Chief Supreme, Braden? How you guys doing? If you weren't here to hear it in the beginning, I'm going to try and do these pretty regularly as soon as my wife gets home from work, probably, so I can go ahead and finish this game. Alright, Hunter, have a good workout, buddy. Alright, so let me know, you guys, if I finally sound louder than the game volume. Hopefully getting this mic arm and getting the mic closer to my face is helping. Oh, I appreciate it, Chief. The move went really well. I basically just moved across the street, so it wasn't that big a deal, but my wife works full-time, so it was kind of hard getting the time to move and everything. So, but we're almost there. We still got a couple things at the old place. Nice, awesome. I'm glad it sounds better. Hopefully this will work out. Hopefully the quality is good too. I went ahead and hardwired my PS4 to my modem. Where I live in the woods, so the internet is not as great as in the city, so hopefully it's not really pixelaty and stuff. If not, I can lower the quality in the next video. But yeah, this game basically takes place in between The Hobbit and in between Fellowship. So it's basically that gray area that I guess the Silmarillion and all the other works of Tolkien cover. And I'm not sure how faithful it is to the books or the lore, but so far on its own, it's amazing. Yeah, the graphics are awesome, and the gameplay is so good. I appreciate it, Braden. Or Braden, sorry, I've been saying Braden this whole time. I went ahead and purchased in anticipation. So this is this game, the Shadow of Mordor, and I went ahead and purchased the sequel, which is still in the shrink wrap. I haven't opened it yet, but I'm probably gonna play this immediately after I finish this one, if you guys want me to. So basically, I play as this character here, and that's my son, and because I've gotten through this part, so I know this. So this is basically teaching us how to play the game, essentially. So as I said the first time I made a video about this for the move stream last week, this game plays a lot like Assassin's Creed and the Arkham games. It's very, very similar. Basically it's like a turnstile based. You block and you know, react and what have you. Yeah, this game's actually pretty awesome.
Easy, son. You're not a soldier yet. I'll have your guts.
Yeah, this transition is insane. Basically exactly where we were training, and then the enemies come out and it's time to just throw down. Orcs are so awesome to fight because you don't really feel bad when you murder them, you know, because they're obviously bad. It's not like fighting other human beings where you kind of feel guilty that, you know, you couldn't fix the problem. You had to go to fighting. With orcs, it's like, you know, you guys are fine. You guys are monsters. It's okay. Yeah, Brad, if you missed what I said earlier, I am going to try and play through this game. I was doing a live stream, I think, at Matt's house, and someone asked me if I would play through this game from the beginning, I believe it was. And I was like, sure, I'm okay with that. Hopefully it works out. Definitely would like to see him in the MCU. There are some other characters too, like the Fantastic Four. I know they're working on that for Phase 4, and hopefully that works out and there's no issue.
Remember, son, lunge deep and cut deeper.
Oh, that guy went flying off the bridge. Yeah, I recently picked up the Punisher.
These orcs are much stronger than any we've ever seen.
Well, Deadpool. Actually, it's funny you asked that. Today, on the way home from shopping with my wife, I was looking at my phone and looking at videos, current events in the MCU world and stuff like that. And I saw some stuff on Black Panther 2. And yeah, I saw something on Deadpool. And Ryan Reynolds was being interviewed by Jimmy Fallon, I believe it was. And he was talking about how the rights are acquired now. Marvel and Disney own Fox, so Deadpool is inevitably going to be used again under the Disney umbrella. And some people are saying that Disney is not going to change Deadpool's rating from being rated R, which I greatly agree with that. It's a character that does not need to have that restrictive, you know, PG-13 rating. So we'll see. I'm very excited to see. I don't think Disney has ever been attached to something, you know, as grotesque and as in your face and rated R as Deadpool. So I'm eager to see how they juggle that whole thing. And Ryan Reynolds is obviously on board. He's been writing the he has like 2 guys helping him write the scripts and stuff like that. So I think it's going to be good. But Deadpool was, I mean, when Ryan Reynolds came back and did Deadpool and Deadpool 2, even though I liked the first one a little bit better than the second one, I thought it was amazing. It was great. But as you guys know, once the X-Men go into the MCU, I'm gonna go crazy.
Alien, this is beautiful. Where did you find it?
I still have a few friends left in Gondor.
What's going on, Nate? I'm just slowly looking at these messages as best I can here. I'm gonna eventually set my laptop up in here so I can have my comments read on there and stuff. Who's my favorite Lord of the Rings character? I think my favorite character would probably have to be Aragorn or Aragon. I can't remember which one is which because I've been reading so much lately. But Viggo Mortensen's character, Aragon. I think it's Aragon. A lot of these names roll the same for me. But yeah, I like him a lot. I think his character development and his, you know, all throughout the original movies is just amazing. Plus, he's a great actor.
We should have left when we had the chance.
The Star Wars sequels. So I assume you mean like the Disney movies. If so, no, I think they're okay. I think that The Last Jedi was kind of the weakest one for me. I think that they could fix it. Anything's possible. I think they can turn around and, you know, say that some of it was, you know, even if it sounds cheap, some of it was like a dream, or it wasn't real, or it was a vision. Some things were sloppy, and the continuity errors with Luke's character I thought was kind of weak. But yeah, I don't think that should be deleted though. Oh yeah, I totally met Matt through Holden. He came over one day and I was at Holden's house because Holden and I have known each other for so long. We lived together, we were roommates for years. He actually came and moved in with my family. It's funny, I'm talking about such a happy memory while something so depressing is happening in this game. But anyway, yeah, so I met Matt through Holden. Matt is actually my trainer. I went ahead and hired him as my trainer. He's amazing at what he does. So anybody seeking advice on any one of our channels, looking for wellness, mental health, mental fitness, and all around good health, Matt is great at what he does. I've tried many diets, I've tried many workout plans and regimens, and none of them seemed to work for me. So I went ahead and got with Matt about 3 months ago and said, you know, we're friends, but I want to do this as a client-trainer relationship. And of course, he was on board. He's very professional, and it worked out. I'm like 10 pounds less now. I'm sure you guys will take notice in future videos, because I am going to drop significant. I probably want to drop another 50 pounds or something like that, just for my overall health. And yeah, so I met Matt through Holden, and we just hit it off immediately. It was awesome. Matt's like a brother to me now. We're definitely a big family. And you know, Matt, especially with the coronavirus, he's so gracious to let us, you know, chill at his house and film the videos there and stuff like that. And you know, it's just so nice in these dark times that we're all going through, where people are going stir crazy and everything like that. It's great to have a camaraderie and people that are like-minded, and you know, we care out and look out for each other.
What is this place?
See for yourself.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm glad to answer your question too. Now, Chief, are you asking if I know a lot of Avatar, like about the show? If so, yeah. My wife is a huge fan. She's actually a bigger fan of it than I am. She is very knowledgeable. She can probably pass most trivia tests on Avatar, The Last Airbender anyway.
Banished from death.
But yeah, I love it. I love the show. I love the balance of the show. Zuko and Iroh, pretty much the Fire Nation. I love it. I used to put my hair up in a bun, and my wife would call me Zuko all the time.
Then how do we break this curse?
We find the one who cast
I want to thank you guys so much. I know it's late
the Black Hand of
for coming sliding by during the live. I was just gonna put this out just to have video for this week to start off soon, because I know I have a lot of things going on this week and I might not be able to put something up. So Oh, gotcha. Yeah, Legend of Korra. I watched a little bit of it. I do have the entire series on video or on DVD or whatever. I haven't sat down and watched it from the beginning. My wife did, and she said she liked it okay. It wasn't as good as the original, but very rarely are sequels better than the original. It's not, you know, all the time where you get a Empire Strikes Back or
This looks
an Aliens or anything like that for it to be just stand out as good as the original. But I think it's okay. Anything that has to do with that world and that universe, I'm a fan of, as long as it's not, you know, what unfortunately what M. Night Shyamalan did with the movie. It was just too hard to ignore. But I did like it. I am gonna finish it. I am gonna watch it again and you know, see how it ends. Oh, hey Kyle, thanks a lot, buddy. Yeah, I am so excited. The YouTube thing has been, you know, a part of me for a while. I just never had my own channel. I've been a collaborator with many friends and served as a cameraman for most of my friends. That was my passion, was to be behind the camera, because I didn't like being in front of the camera. I had a lot of stage fright. But I, you know, since broke from that, and being with Holden helped a lot, because, you know, he was always having an idea to come up with, and I, you know, had to be there and commit and stuff like that. So I went ahead and made my own channel, and I couldn't be happier that you guys have taken to me, because Holden is a great guy. You know, he loves you guys, and you guys didn't have to come subscribe to my channel, but you chose to. So I'm eternally grateful, and I love each and every one of you. Alright, so I have to use this bow and get these guys before they rush me. That was awesome. Totally recommend Legend of Korra, people. Let's see it. Oh wow, okay. Well, that's exciting. I know that it's very much like a steampunk setting, so I'm excited about that. Ben, yes. Well, I haven't watched sports in a long time. I actually haven't had cable in a long time, just because I don't watch that much cable TV. I do like Netflix and Disney Plus and all that kind of stuff. But I have played sports most of my life. Football, basketball, baseball. Those were pretty much the sports I played for the most part. I got into a little bit of boxing, and I watch a lot of MMA. At one point I wanted to be a mixed martial artist because I have practiced martial arts and taekwondo and stuff like that. I've always been very physical as a kid. It's just I let myself go a little bit because food tastes good. So I'm now trying to get back into shape, you know, for my boys and my wife, and to live as long as possible and be as healthy as possible. But yes, I do like sports. I haven't kept up with sports in the last like 5 or 6 years, to be honest. So I'm a little outdated when it comes to, you know, my favorite sport or my favorite team or who's doing well and that kind of thing. But yeah, I'm a big Michael Jordan fan. I'm a Yankee fan for baseball. I'm a Giants fan for football. And my wife graduated from FSU, so I'm kind of obligated to be a Seminole fan. Have I ever watched The Strongman? I actually have seen a couple of those, like World's Strongest Man, kind of. I don't know if that's what you mean, but I have seen a couple of those competition shows of just being, you know, an all-around, you know, Atlas athlete, you know, like the guy that's carrying the globe kind of trophy kind of competition, if that's what it is. Yeah, I've seen those a couple times. A big fan of like American Ninja Warrior. We were talking about that on Matt's stream last night because we actually had a contestant on there. I didn't know that, and I thought it was awesome. But I watched like Floor's Lava on Netflix. I binge watched that in like 2 nights, and I like those kind of physical shows that pretty much have normal human beings portraying all these characters that we love in, like, you know, comics and stuff like that. Actually, to be honest, I am probably one of the only Yankee fans that actually likes Boston a lot too. I remember watching, you know, the big rivalry between Boston and New York when, you know, Boston had, you know, Johnny Damon before he went to the Yankees, and you know, Big Papi and as any Yankee roster I've ever seen. So I totally get it. I always tell people, I always reference Fenway Park when it comes to which stadium I would love to hit a home run at because of the big green wall, the big green monster. So I totally get it, man. It's awesome. Yeah, I definitely know that you don't go to Boston and scream Yankees, and in some parts of New York you don't go there and scream Boston. I know that for sure. How does it feel to be a part of the Holden Extended Universe? It feels great. Honestly, if I'm going to be 100% honest, it doesn't feel all that different because I've always been friends with him. I've always been there 100%. It just feels different in a good way that I get to stand in front of the camera this time and not be, you know, behind the camera or as, you know, a smaller part of a character. So it feels great to have my own little slice of the internet, that you guys are willing, like I said, to come over here and hang out with me and enjoy my content. I know my content's a little different than Holden's, but very similar in the same vein, and that's why I think it works so well. But Holden's my brother. He's my, you know, he's like my best friend. So it's an honor to be a part of his universe and his growth. Yeah, see, that's not something I you know, healthy competition, I'm okay with that, but being outright just mean and violent, I've seen some of the fights and some of the riots and stuff. I think that's a bit ridiculous in my opinion, but I definitely like the healthy competition. I like it more than, you know, the Subway Series with the Mets. It seems like it you know, it shouldn't be that way because it's more of a rivalry, you know, by definition of being right in the same city. But I do like the Boston New York games. I love seeing how intense all the athletes wanted to win really bad, and I basically was, you know, one of those kind of fans. I enjoyed it from that regard, not so much the violent aspect of, you know, wanting to fight and riot and all that. But that comes with sports, you know. Sports derive from, you know, the Romans and the Colosseum, and you know, at least we're not fighting to the death now. You know, that's a plus. So I'm trying my best here not to die. This game, as awesome as it is, it's very precarious, or it can be. You have to block these attacks. It's very much like WoW in the regard that if you're at a lower level, these common enemies, since they just swarm at you like the way they do, you need to take advantage of all of the abilities and all of the things that you learn how to do throughout the game, because you will die. And dying, hopefully I don't die, but if I do, to give you a little bit of a preview as to what happens, because it is very different from other games, dying in this game results in, especially if an orc kills you, it results in that orc getting promoted. And when they get promoted, they get very, very powerful. They become actual leaders of companies and stuff like that in the game. So the next time that you face them, you basically have to fight them twice as hard. So that's why it's the incentive. The game doesn't have any difficulty to my knowledge. So the game pretty much is like, don't die, because if you die, it gets that much harder. Oh, you've never heard of this game? Yeah, this game, I'm not sure if it flew under the radar. I don't think it did. I think it was very, it wasn't at a time when, unless I'm wrong, it wasn't at a time where streaming games was, especially on like platform, PCs had done it forever, but I think it came out before like Twitch and all these streaming services got so popular. So it kind of flew under the radar in that regard, or may have, because I know I've met quite a few people who haven't heard of it. Yes, exactly. I do like it a lot. It gives the game a reason to be played. You strive to get better. It forces you to be stealthy. You don't want to give away your position. The enemies seem almost sentient. It's almost like they're not NPCs, and that's what I love about it so much. This game is so good, but the next... Oh, really? Oh, that has me really excited, because I still haven't beaten this game, so I can't wait to do that and get to that other part. No, I have not, but I did buy the second one. I went ahead and I didn't realize it was so cheap. Then again, it isn't the newest game, so I can see why it's cheap. It was like $20 or something like that. I went ahead and bought it, and I'm super excited. Yes, I do love Lord of the Rings. I'm not as big a fan, or I shouldn't say I am as big a fan, but I'm not as knowledgeable with Lord of the Rings as I am with like Star Wars or comics or stuff like that. So I'm not, like some of the names I mispronounce them, or I forget them, or I confuse them, but I am a huge Lord of the Rings fan. I am actually in the process of finding time to read the books and not just go off the movies, because some of the real hardcore fans say the books are just so much better, and I get it. Oh, that's awesome. I'll have to check that out. So this right here is an example of one of those really strong not normal orcs. See how that hit? I don't know if you noticed, my life went down pretty significantly. So I basically have to find a flower to heal, because I'm still at such a low level that things can go sideways really fast. Thankfully it's just one other guy. Oh yeah, well Matt, that's one thing about Matt. You gotta love him. He's honest, But these next couple of movies, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but these next couple of movies that you guys are gonna see in the My Friend Watch It series might surprise you with Matt's opinions. Let's just leave it at that. Yes, I did watch Game of Thrones. I am probably the only person in my friend group, not like Matt and Holden, but like other friends, that was not as offended with the ending. I thought, yeah, it could have been done a lot better, especially being part of a book series. I don't think they went with what happens in the book after a certain season, but overall the show, I enjoyed it. The acting was, for the most part, it was good. And dragons, if I show you guys my office is full of dragons, and one of these days I'll probably just move my TV in there just so you guys can see the backdrop, so you guys can see all the dragons I collect.
So you didn't die 10 years ago.
If Matt doesn't like Infinity War, you riot. Yeah, I could see that. You guys will see on Saturday, I believe, is when it comes out. You guys will see what he thinks on that.
What remains of that garrison, Hugo?
Yeah, the ending was okay. I mean, it still ended the story. Jon Snow didn't die, which was something I didn't see coming. I thought he was going to die in the end because I started watching Game of Thrones before I knew that it was a series, a book series. And I fell in love with Ned Stark. I thought Ned Stark was everything about me. If you guys ever wanted to know, at least, you know, a big part of me with the honor and the integrity and always wanting to do what's right, I'm a lot like Ned Stark, so I loved it. And then when he died at the end of season 1, I was like, what am I going to watch this show for? You know, why am I even going to watch this? Why am I going to waste my time? And then by the way, Gollum looks really awesome in this game. I almost said movie because it reminds me of the movie. But yeah, I felt so bad about Ned, and I hated Joffrey like the rest of the world. I wanted that boy to get his comeuppance so bad. And then I met Jon Snow, and the wolves were found, and it was amazing. I loved every bit of it. But yeah, I had a lot of great scenes, a lot of great story arcs. The dragons were awesome. Some of the lore was awesome. So I liked it. I liked it quite a bit. Alright, so let's start this mission. It says, you have attracted the attention of a mysterious creature. Track him down and discover what he knows of you.
What sort of rodent hides in the shadows, I wonder?
I'm gonna back up from the mic when I'm not talking so you guys don't hear like my breathing in case it's too loud. But if not, I'll get one of those shield things. I am gonna figure this out for you guys. I want this to be the best, the smoothest and clearest stream possible.
We should find them then.
It shouldn't be too difficult.
Yeah, Stannis was pretty good. I definitely agree with that. But you know, the story had to have ups and downs, I think, but I definitely agree that Stannis was a great character. Some of the characters from the beginning of the show I thought were really awesome too, and they could have used them a little bit better, but it's definitely a show I can rewatch, knowing even though the ending is so fresh. And I just think the show got so big that people put so much pressure on the ending, and how, you know, the minute they announced it, oh, it's the last season, I actually heard people say, what am I going to do with my life? You know, I'm going to end my HBO subscription. And I'm like, really? There's nothing else on HBO that you're going to watch? No, I only watch Game of Thrones. That's all that's worth it almost. So the show definitely had a lot to deliver. Have I ever played any of the games in the Fallout series? No, I have not. I've actually, well, let me elaborate. I've played some of them. I have never beaten any of them. Holden is a huge Fallout fan. I have seen him play Fallout 3 for probably 7 hours in one day, and he was like doing all the side missions and stuff. He loves it. I haven't really sat down and played them myself, but I know that the series on the whole is a really good series, and some of the games people didn't like, but like Fallout 3 and like Fallout 4 I heard were masterpieces in their time. Do I have a most memorable con, like convention? Okay. A moment? Yes, I do. I actually have a couple, but one that I always tell people, because it's the easiest one for me to remember, is when I met the voice actress for Black Star of Soul Eater. Now, if you're not familiar with Soul Eater, I recommend you guys watch it. I think it's still on Netflix. And oh, whoever's leaving, I'll see you guys later. But yeah, Soul Eater is my favorite anime, and the voice actress that plays Black Star, I forget her name right now. She was at Pensacon, and that's our local con here, and I didn't know she was going to be there. So I went all 3 days, like I do for most conventions, get the weekend pass or whatever. And when I found out she was there, I went Saturday and was like, I have to meet her. And she was one of the sweetest, most genuine human beings I have ever met in my entire life. Black Star is not my favorite character, but it doesn't matter because she was so awesome that when I came home, my camera right now, I just noticed this, my camera is actually sitting on my Soul Eater complete series on Blu-ray. That's it right there. I know the glare is really bad. I have a light right next to it, but yeah, she was one of the sweetest people I've ever met in conventions, and celebrities and all that. She came around the table. She, was so engaging with my wife, with me. My wife said, my husband's a YouTuber and he would like to get footage of, which I think I still have it, footage of you signing, his DVD collection. And she said, yeah, that's fine. And you guys don't know about conventions, they can be very dicey. They can be very intimidating, and go with them with an open mind. Understand that these people are human beings as well. They're not just celebrities. And if they tell you, sorry, I can't do something, don't automatically assume that they're evil or they're awful or they're mean. A lot of things with the media is with contracts and the fact that people don't have rights to certain things and safety and stuff. All of that comes into effect. But with all that being said, it also adds this tremendous memorable experience when an actor or actress or celebrity doesn't have these limitations, or they feel a little bit more comfortable that they don't have to hide behind, whatever, like, their security or whatever. Rightfully so. I'm not saying they, it's a big, all hogwash and stuff, but some of these celebrities don't do that. And, it's these stories that just last forever. They last for, everyone just remembers it. And everyone says, remember when I met so-and-so, he came out from behind the curtain and hugged me and wanted to take a picture, and this, and some of them don't even charge. Like they'll look at you and they'll say, you've brought me down so many good memories that even though I charged for an autograph, here's a free autograph, And she was a really good one. That was at Pentacon. I also went to MegaCon in Orlando, Florida, and met a lot of celebrities over there. I met James Remar, who is the actor who he's been in a lot of things. He was in Dexter. He played Dexter's dad. He was in The Warriors. He played Ajax in that. He was in the Mortal Kombat movie as Raiden in the second one. The list goes on and on and on. He was in Blade 3. He did so much stuff. And I met him and he was amazing. And then I come to find out I went to school with his son, which that was awesome. He looked at me, he was like, wait, what was the school you went to? And I was like, yeah, I went to this school in New York. And he was like, yeah, that's where my son went. And I reached out to his son, and it's like, it's awesome. Let's see, Pastor, what movie or show have you watched that hits the hardest and should make you cry, or could make you cry? Movie wise, that's a lot easier than show. For a movie, there are a lot of them, like The Pursuit of Happiness. I know that's Matt's favorite movie. That movie made me cry quite a bit. As far as TV shows go, it really depends. It's more of a moment, because movies generally, when a movie makes you cry, it's generally like the point of the movie. It's either a true story or something like that. But when a TV show does it, it's either an episode or a specific story arc. So it's kind of harder for me to recall on a show. But if I come up with one, I'll definitely let you know. Let's see. That's awesome. One voice actor I would like to meet is D. Bradley Baker or James Arnold Taylor. Oh, that's awesome. Definitely when this coronavirus subsides, I will be going to a lot of conventions, a lot of horror conventions. I went to Spooky Empire and I loved it. It was my favorite convention I've ever been to. And I definitely want to go to more. Toy Story 3, Andy giving up his toys. He was roughly my age when he went to college in 2010. Wow. Yeah, the Toy Story movies, don't sleep on those movies. Those movies will definitely tug at your heartstrings for sure. Your favorite game, Celebrimbor? Oh, really? Is that I know that's the name of the Wraith, I believe, in this. I didn't know that he had his own game. That's awesome. I'll have to check into that. Alright, so I gotta follow these tracks here. Wow, it's already been 34 minutes since I've been on here. I'm gonna, like I said, guys, I'm gonna try and do this, if not every other night, definitely a couple times a week. I don't want to promise you guys I'm gonna be here all the time and can only do it once or twice a week, but I definitely will be here doing this game, playing through this game. I'm gonna, when I get off, I'm gonna stop this save file. I'm not gonna touch it unless I'm on live for you guys. And if you guys don't, it's okay if you guys don't see it in the live, because I might do it at different times when I do it. But definitely know that it'll be posted on the YouTube channel. You guys can definitely check it out. And yeah, like, if you guys want me to play through any other games after this, I heard a couple of people during the live at Matt's channel, or excuse me, on Matt's channel. Okay with that. I just got some software to play retro games, so I'm going to try and make that happen as well. X-Men films are way better than the MCU movies, right? Well, that's kind of hard because I do know that the X-Men movies were very ahead of their time, especially the first one. The first one's my favorite. It does, like, the others don't come close. The only thing of the second one that makes it, in my opinion, you know, as good as the first is the Nightcrawler scene. But the third one I had a lot of problems with. I still liked, like, the end scene with Wolverine and Jean. I thought that was awesome. But the MCU is just, it's too big. I think it's kind of unfair to compare them. Even though you have, like, the First Class movies and stuff like that, I just think it's a little bit unfair because the MCU is just so well polished that the X-Men movies going up against that, it would just be unfair on that level. The Nemesis engine on this game is so dope. Oh yeah, I'm not really as familiar with the like the semantic, like not semantics, but the like the details and stuff on what makes the games great, like the engines. I'm still learning on that, but whatever it is that makes this tick is amazing. I agree. So I see the bonus objective. I need to free the slaves, so I'm gonna go ahead and try and do that. I know that by doing the bonus objectives, you do get like extra. I don't think it's currency, but it's like experience for making your moves or your weapons stronger or something. So definitely want to take advantage of that. That was awesome. So a lot like Spider-Man. Also, that's the other game this feels a lot like. You get to chain combos, and you go ahead and do like mini little cinematic moves when you have enough hits in a row. So it feels a lot like Spider-Man as well, which is why I think the replayability of this game is so, like, starting from the beginning. I didn't care because I was like, whatever, this game's awesome.
Do not hesitate. Run to freedom. We're free.
All right, so I've freed all 4. Okay, cool. Instagram, yes, I do have Instagram. It is not Snapkeep videos because I didn't know I had it. I had an Instagram for a long time before. I think I just made the account at one point, never put anything. I'm not as active on it as like Holden is, but I definitely will put like thumbnails for my videos and you know, pictures and stuff like that in the future because I've gotten more followers now than I knew I had. So I'm definitely going to be putting more stuff on Instagram, but I'm currently not as active as like some of the other members of the crew. But I believe it's Boogeyman of Burn on Snapkeep videos, or Boogeyman of Burn on IG. The same thing with Twitter. It was my Magic the Gathering like username, so I went ahead and just used that. But I might make a new one just for Snapkeep videos, and I will definitely let you guys know in a future video, or you know, make a community post or something like that, because I can do that now with 1,000 subscribers thanks to you guys. It's still so surreal. Have I watched The Boys? Yes, I have watched The Boys. I want to watch through it again because I don't remember a lot of the stuff that happened in the first season, and I know the second season is either out already or will be coming out, and I want to be prepared for that. All right, King of the Hills, man. Thanks so much for sliding by. I appreciate you. Love you. See you guys in the next, or see you in the next one. I passed this game twice. I'm at 85% on Spider-Man PlayStation 4, and it's just like Shadow of Mordor with the replayability, side missions. Oh yeah, I actually platinumed Spider-Man. It took me a little bit to get those finite missions, to get them at the highest tier. I can't remember what it was at the moment, but I definitely enjoy Spider-Man. I plan on platinuming this game out as well, and it'd be awesome if I could do it on the stream. That'd be great. But so basically, since we're at 39 minutes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this mission, and I'm going to go ahead and call this video. And you know, I'll definitely, if I can, I'm going to hop on. If I could do it every day, I'll do it every day. But if there are some days where I can't do it, just know I am going to revisit it. As long as you guys have stuck with me this whole video, so you guys obviously want to see this. Hey, how's it going, Chase? So I definitely will revisit the game, or not revisit the game, but keep playing through the game, and you know, the whole storyline and everything. But I want to keep the videos to around 45 minutes to keep them, you know, not super long, so people can watch, you know, the videos easier, not have to feel like they have to stay on YouTube for an hour and a half, even though YouTube might love that. But I want to keep them at 40-ish minutes. Will I be in all of the Holden My Friend Watches videos from now on? I would love to. I think a lot of it revolves on scheduling. I tried to make it out. Holden lives around, he's like 35-40 minutes. I keep looking up at the box of my face, but the camera's right here. He lives around like 40-45 minutes away from me, so the drive isn't too bad, but with my kids and my wife's work schedule, sometimes it doesn't work out. I definitely will be there for certain movies that I will like plan around them. When Holden says we're doing this one next, I will definitely plan in advance. But as long as you guys want me around, I will definitely be there. Let him know in the comments that you guys want to see me in, you know, certain movies, or if you guys want to see me in all of them. I'll make the drive out for you guys all the time. That is a promise, because you guys are my family, and I love each and every one of you. So if you guys want to see me in most of the videos, let Holden know and we'll make it happen for you. Oh, I appreciate it, Big Chini. I appreciate it. Hope I said your last name right. I'm really bad with that. Hunter should be... Okay. So, this guy's going to throw a spear at me. I think I just shot it out of his hand. That was awesome. Okay. Yo, Pastor, I sent you a message for a video idea on IG. Check it out whenever you... Sure, no problem. I know I got a message from another subscriber wanting me to look at a short film that they did and make a video reviewing it. That's probably going to be next week's upload if I can watch the video in time and give it all the attention it deserves. So I definitely am going to do that. I have to remember... I have it obviously on my IG, but I have to see which one of you sent me that short film, and I can't wait to see it. Alright, now who is shooting at me? This guy. Brother man, I can shoot too. And see, my shot kills you.
Your cowardly creature lurks around here somewhere.
Alright, movie mode time. There he is.
My precious, my precious. We will make him. Yes. We must have it back.
It looks so good.
We must have it. Quiet.
You guys should show Matt this game eventually. Yeah, I would love to. I know Matt's gonna. They're in the process of like Matt and Holden. They're in the process of ironing out a day for them to continue playing through Spider-Man 4. So once that's through, I'm sure Matt will enjoy this game. Right, at the very minimum, he might try it out.
Yes, we knows. That master came to us.
Have I heard from the new where you play as... No, I haven't. After the MCU, right? Yeah, after the MCU. That's right. We only have 4 movies left, guys. That's crazy. There's just 4. I thought that was insane. The other day, or yesterday rather, when we were filming, we were talking about it, and we're like, dude, there's only 4 left. And yeah, you guys, as Matt said several times, as long as you guys keep, you know, coming by and checking it out, we'll keep making reviews and we'll keep making reactions for you guys. So after the MCU, we'll definitely kick off with all these other movies that we have planned.
I do not trust him.
But we need him. Do not wish to know
You were
why.
joking, you have a weird sense of humor. Hey, it's all good, man. A sense of humor can save your life. Well, alright. Wow, it's just shy of 45 minutes. So that completed that mission. I am going to check out this ability really fast. Oh, there's like a synopsis on Gollum. That's pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and check out what abilities I have available. I think it's upgrades. And, yep. So this one is aerial takedowns. That's a really good one. So I'm gonna go ahead and activate that one. And that's gonna do it for this video, this part 1 of Shadow of Mordor. I'm definitely gonna make another one. Like I said, I'm gonna try and do it tomorrow night, probably around this time, if not as soon as possible. I'm gonna keep going from right here where we're leaving off. So I want to thank you guys so much for coming by. Thank you for helping me get to 1,000 subscribers. As soon as I'm able to have live community posts and live videos and live recordings on my phone and stuff like that, I'm going to do some vlog stuff whenever I'm around. I'm just going to make as much content as possible for you guys. You guys are going to know me better than I know myself. I mean, I don't know, but pretty close. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I appreciate it. Love each and every one of you guys, and I will see you real soon here or on Holden's channel, or you guys know the drill. So you guys take it easy, and I'll see you guys in the next video.